Hey, what's going on, humans? Hopefully you're having a good day. I know I am. And so for right now, we'll be taking a look at the SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Black, the Shinkoucchou Seihou re-release. Well, not a re-release. This is the first release in the Shinkoucchou Seihou line, so why did I say that? I have no idea. But anyway, let's get into this one. So this is Kamen Rider Black. And man, he came out perfect. Now, usually I would say this is a 2.0. The 2.0 bodies do good, but if I remember correctly, this guy here is actually a 3.0. Because if I know my figure art history correctly, I think they made figure arts of him in RX back in 2009. And then we got the second versions, like the Tamashii Nation ones. I think those came out like in, let's say around 2013, 2014, I could be wrong, around that time. So for a long time, those were like the 2.0s that everyone has. So I think if I remember correctly, this one is actually the third time we're getting him as a 3.0. You know, that's just what I'm going off memory. Didn't do like no grand research or whatnot. But anyway, this is him in all his glory. This is such a beautiful artwork. Beautiful sculpt, so much better than that 2.0 version that I have, and it just came out perfect. Like to the details, to the proportions and everything, it's just such a beautiful suit design. And you know, he is a popular writer, very popular. And then you know, he even got a sequel series as Black RX, which yeah, not everyone's cup of tea, but you know. We're not going to get into that. This is about Black, Minami Kotaro. So I'm so glad to have him. Now, I will say this disclaimer. When this guy first came out, a lot of people reported like issues with like breaking, with like the joints and whatnot. Now, he does have like, and like cracking and like the soft undertone of the suit, like around the arms. It's made of like a soft rubber material. It's supposed to be reminiscent of the actual suit design in real life, which that's perfectly fine. I'm okay with that detail. I'll just, for my recommendation, what I did was as soon as I took him out the package, I just took a hair heat gun or hair dryer, you know, and kind of just warm the figure up just to make sure, like, before I like practice with all the articulation, that there would be like no cracking, just to make sure, you know. So just take precaution because he's gonna be a well sought after figure. Especially after, like, get him on the aftermarket, the prices are going to go up for this guy, and you don't want to break him, so just put that out there. Just be careful with him. But anyway, I rambled on long enough. Let's get on to his articulation, which I'll show that off, of course. Now his head does move, a nice little ball joint, and swivel. Get good range of movement out of it. Nice little head tilt. And now for the arms. They have a nice butterfly joint. Not sure if you can see like the actual rubber material of the undersuit. It's very reminiscent of how it looks in the show. It looks really cool. It's actually kind of nice to touch. Well, you know, like I said, you got to be careful with it because people have experienced some cracking issues on it. And I don't really want to push the limit on this suit, so I try my best to. But this is how far as up as the arms will go. And then the elbows have a nice double bend. Then you got a nice wrist swivel. Looks good. And he does have bicep swivel, of course. And then for the torso, bend them all the way back. And bend them forward. Kingstone kind of pushes out just a little bit. And he also does have that soft rubber undersuit, as you can see right there. And get him from side to side. And then for the legs, he doesn't have a drop down method. But that's as far as the leg will come out. He's still got more of that soft suit underneath. You can double bend at the knees. And then you have a nice little toe pivot for the feet. And then a nice little swivel for the ankle. Nice rotation. You do have a little bit of like a thigh rotation up here. And you also get like a little bit of it like underneath the knee. Just a tad bit. So let's get a good little pose for him. Why not? Because man, this is Kamen Rider Black, my dude. This is just amazing. Came out perfect. So yeah, beautiful detail on him, and I love the way he came out. Like, he's very, very photogenic, which I mean, it's so. I had so much fun taking photos of this guy. It's like amazing. But actually, let's push the limits a little bit. We want to actually get him to do a rider kick, so I do want to show that off, just with this guy a little bit. Infamous rider kick. Kind of bend the leg just a little bit. So yeah, you can still pose him up to a nice little rider kick. Rider kick. I mean, he looks good. And then, of course, he can do his infamous rider punch. So yeah, other than that, he comes out, I mean, he poses up really well. Just like I said, always just heat him up just in case, because you never know. You don't want to break your figure. Like I said, I always say this all the time. These figures are very, very expensive. You do not want to break them, because I know it can be painful. So let me straighten him up. And we're going to go over his accessories. Because he doesn't come with, well, he kind of comes with much, but it's not really a lot. So he does come with spare antennae for the head. So yeah, if you do lose one, you get another one. If you lose that one, then God help you. Just try not to lose them. So he does have 2 close fist hands on him, of course. And then he comes with relaxed hands. Comes with 2 of the 2 finger pointing hands. He also comes with kind of like these sort of almost grab-like hands that you could be using for posing. Also has like rider chop hands. Dropped one. And then you also have like these big full-size hand-grabbing hands, or hands for posing, like when he kind of reaches out saying, "Kamen Rider Black!" Yeah, so those are all the accessories that he comes with. It's just a bunch of hands, which I'm not surprised, because, you know, he doesn't really have any weapons. But I'm actually surprised that they didn't give him no hands for like holding the handles for like the battle hopper, which kind of shocked about that, because, you know, I know a lot of people are gonna pose them up with the battle hopper if you do have it, but that kind of begs the question: are they gonna make a new battle hopper, and then that's gonna come with like a set of hands for this? Not sure. So we'll see what the future holds. But for now, let's get into some comparisons, because really want to get this one out the way. So here is that 2.0. Yeah, I said 2.0 of Black. Show that off right here. So yeah, you can see the proportions on these guys. Like, he's slightly a bit taller. This body is just a little bit more skinnier. This one actually looks like there's actually a person in the suit. But yeah, you can tell from like the undertone coloring and kind of like how sunken the kingstone is on him. Like the detail, it's just all there. And like the textures of the suit. Yeah. So yeah, this guy held out for as long as he did. It wasn't a bad figure, it's just what we had at the time, but now we have like the better engineering and technology, and coming to a much loved Showa writer, so I appreciate them for this. And now we're going to get on to some other size comparisons. And for the other size comparisons, here he is next to Shadow Moon. Of course, this is the older version, because the renewal went up for pre-order about a month ago, so that's going to be coming out later this year, early next year around that time. So yeah, you see the height difference. They're kind of close, but yeah, I cannot wait for the new version of this guy, so I'll be able to kind of do a proper renewal fight of these two, because they do play off each other. So I wanted to show that off. For some other SHF, here he is next to Kamen Rider X3. And the recent Decay Complete. Gotta show my homie off. Good looking group. And for the hell of it, let's just throw DN in there since they all did team up. So yeah. Alright, so for Black Series, here he is next to Crosshair. And Boba, the new Boba Fett. So yeah, they're both slightly taller than him. Crosshair's is way taller, but you know, this works as a scale. Here he is next to 112 scale Me. For Lightning Collection, here he is next to SPD Green. And the Tango Warrior. Other than that, that'll be it for this one. This was Kamen Rider Black, the Shinkoucchou Seihou release. So yeah, like I said, this is a pretty impressive figure. I'm really glad that they're going back into more of the Showa Rider stuff. I think a lot of Showa Riders could get some love. So you know, Shadow Moon's coming out, and hopefully RX. But yeah, that's it for this one. Hope you guys liked the video. Hopefully it helped you out. Catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good out there. Take it easy.
Yeah.